All right, scholars, so today on Thursday we will be doing these graphing linear inequalities. So yesterday we graphed it with a number line, but we'll use a similar skill, and that is getting it into slope-intercept form. All right, so this example that you have at the top is kind of just a good reference to go back to in case you get stuck on the further problems. Again, this just tells you that's the same setup. You have your M and your B in the same locations. And for here, if it is not equal to, again, it is a dotted line. If it is equal to, you connect the points with a solid line. Okay, so we are going to go through a problem together. Actually, we'll go through two problems together. So the first one is x plus 4y is greater than 8. So the goal in this still is to isolate the variable y, because again we want y equals mx plus b. That is our goal. Again, the only difference is we are substituting in the inequality sign for the equal sign. All right, so the first step, let's put a 1 next to this x, so let's get the x onto the other side. So if it's a positive 1x, we can subtract 1x, gives us 0, and we can subtract 1x to the other side. And as we should tell, these are not like terms, so we cannot subtract a 1x from 8. So we just leave it over there, just leave it over there. So then we just drop down our equation. So 4y is greater than negative 1x plus 8. And now we can divide. So again, this is a multiplication operation. So in order to get 4 away from y, use the inverse, which is division. We divide each of these terms by 4. So then our final answer should be, I'll write it up here, y is greater than negative 1 over 4x plus 2. Plus 2, remember this is a negative sign right there. And now for graphing. So the first thing we got to start with is our y-intercept, which is our b. So our b is 2 in this situation. So we plot our coordinate right at a positive 2. And then remember, it is rise over run. So rise over run. All right. And now we do our slope. So we'll go 1 up, or actually, you just have to go in a negative direction in one of these. So if you go 1 up, you just have to go in the negative direction over for your run. So we can go 1 up, then over 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, another thing you could have done though is go down 1 and then to the right 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, it doesn't matter as long as you're going in the negative direction for one of these numbers. All right, and now it is a not equal to inequality. So we will have a dashed line. Try, it's kind of hard to write and hold my phone at the same time. Okay, and now for the shading. So remember, we shade below if it is less than and shade above if it is greater than. So in this case, y is greater than, so we will shade above, shade above. And there we go, that is our answer. Okay, so for the rest of these sets of problems, again, it's the same thing that we just did and in the example. All you have to do is get it into slope-intercept form, graph the equation, and remember to check the inequality sign. All right, the inequality sign. Remember, if it's greater than, you shade above. If it's less than, you shade above or below. And last thing I want to say is that when you divide by a negative number, remember to switch the sign. You would actually flip the sign. All right, scholars, let's get after it today, and good luck.